And now he's down. Oh, man. And now it's time, everybody. For the true final boss. The Demon King himself, Fomortis. Which is, unfortunately, one of the most underwhelming final fights in the series. Just because, despite his pretty good stats, and stinking sick as heck sprites, he's pretty darn simple due to our stinking busted weapons. Yeah. Oh boy. Final battle. And everyone's here. Yeah, now Lorachel's giving us our final bit about stopping the Demon King. Yeah, now we're going to Kingdom Hearts logic here, but anyway. For a little bit, but anyway. Alright, let's do this. We're gonna take him down. Because, well, again, really easy, well, easy fight, easy life, yada yada. This guy doesn't stand he doesn't stand a stinking chance. Alright. I can't believe I actually brought her to endgame. I'm so happy. Man. Gosh dang it, Colm. You should be here, Nimi. You're all good. Yeah, let's finish this thing. Sorry for Mortis, but you're gonna stinking go down. Consider it doesn't have an actual, like, sprite that shows up normally like everyone else's. To be fair, I don't even know where you begin with that. Actually, no, he does technically have a sprite like that. They probably didn't have it there to make him seem even more intimidating. That's probably the reason. And now, there is actually like, this is the reason why the Demon King is actually one of the easiest fights in the series. It's because they kind of stole his soul. Yeah, metal as heck there, but still. Good lord. Yeah, we need to destroy the body so then the soul doesn't have its host. and all that. Jeez. Exactly, so let's do this thing. So first things first. I believe Erica and Ephraim will be able to attack him, which is pretty darn nice. But first of all, we're gonna see how if Laurashell can weaken him up at all. Nah, she really can't. That's unfortunate. Okay, but Tana might. Yeah, she can actually do some good here. So let's do this thing. Yeah, his sprite is stinking huge. But thankfully Vidofnir will be able to do some good damage here, and hopefully Demon's Light will miss. I doubt it will, though. Good, it missed. Thank you, Tana. Okay, good. So now, I think what we'll be able to do... No one else can really reach him, unfortunately. Even Joshua with the boots and all that can't. That's fine. We'll just move everyone else up and see what Erica and Ephraim can do. We do have Fortify on standby if we do need it. I think I can, I need to double check what ranking it is. It might just be A rank. Yes. So if at all possible, I can just trade that over to Laurashell if Natasha can't reach them. So here we go. Ephraim is actually going to be able to do some good damage against him. Let's do this. Alright, Demon King. Time for you to stinking die. Alright. Good. And now he's going to do some good damage against Ephraim, unfortunately. Ow. That hurts. And... good. So he's down to 42, so I don't know... I doubt Erica will be able to finish him off. But we'll see. No way! How does she... How does she outdamage Ephraim? Well, that was easy. I don't know how she outdamages Ephraim here, but holy crud. Actually, I think Ephraim did about the same, so I might be wrong there, but she does more than enough. Alright. So will this Demon's Light hit? Nope. No damage. And completely done for. Get the crud out of here. Is that everyone? Is it for Fire Emblem the Sacred Stones? Yeah, that fight was stinking easy, but oh well. Well, that was really stinking easy, huh? Well, yeah, I mean, he didn't have a soul or anything, so he was just a kind of a corpse. And hey, his soul has been locked away now as well, so that's awesome. Yeah, well, good job, everybody. Let's meet back together on Tuesday. That's honestly how I feel every time I finish this fight and everything. I'm just like, well, good job, everyone. Let's go home. We ended up killing the Demon King now, which was... Good lord, Erica. She was stinking insane at this fight. Holy crud. Like, this might have been one of my better Ericas overall, since she actually got strength for once in her life. Oh, man. But we did it. Sacred Stones is done, and we probably got through this a lot faster than my original Let's Play, which is really, really awesome to me, because, man, my original Let's Play went on for a decent while, about 30-ish episodes. This one was probably only in the 20s, which, dang. To be fair, we did have some pretty long episodes here and there, but it kind of checks out, because this is a Fire Emblem game. Fire Emblem games can be pretty long and all that, because of the levels and all that, but yeah. But we're done. Man. And now we're going to be seeing each group talk to each other now, since we have the Fralians, at least the Pegasus Knights, and Stinking Innis here. Because then we're going to get one with, I believe, Gilliam, and a couple others. I'm not sure. I'm not sure who Gilliam talks to, actually. But yeah. Man. What a game. Oh, it's Gilliam and Mulder talking. Gotcha. Man. stinking love this game. Yeah, that final fight was kind of a pushover, but to be fair, I think that Leon fight was truly, like from before, was truly the actual final boss. Because that fight is actually pretty difficult because of how much damage he does and how he can one-shot some of your guys. Meanwhile, Fomortis, yeah, he can one-shot some of your weaker unit, like, well, less defensive units and all that stuff, but Erica, Ephraim, and Tana were able to just completely annihilate him. I do know that there are ways to take down Leon a lot easier than what I did, since stinking, what's his face, the triangle attack with Serene, Vanessa, and Tana can do absurd amounts of damage to him. So there's that. To be fair, one of these days I'd love to make a whole team with just Vanessa, or I say, I'd like to do a run where I use Vanessa, Tana, and Serene, since that sounds really fun. Anyway, here's Joshua looking at them, since he's gonna go back to Johanna as well. Yep, homecoming time. And then we're gonna get some of the Grado people as well with Natasha and Amelia right here. And I think Twessel's gonna show up here as well. I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, here's the other guys. Yep. Man, everyone, what a day, huh? Yeah. Let's go try and rebuild the Grado Empire. It's gonna be rough, though. Yeah. And then we have Laura Shell and her crew. Well, we're done for the day, everybody. Alright, what are we gonna do next? I think we're gonna see if we can find any more undead to slaughter. You know what? That sounds... What am I saying? Why am I saying it sounds good? Anyway. Renak, are you okay? I don't know. I don't know anymore, actually. I think I need to get some rest. I think something hit me on the head. Alright, come on, everybody. We're gonna go and continue our missions. Oh, man. Yeah. And now we have both Soleil and Myrrh over here, too. Well, I think we did it, Soleil. Yes, we did. Yeah. Sorry about your father, though. Yeah, I know. Wait, how did you find out about that? I know. I know things. Oh. And now we have Ewan over here. Oh, right, I forgot he was going to be following Soleil as well. And now we got Garcia and Ross. I'm sorry, Ross. I wish I used you this run. I really do. But man, you got outclassed. I'm sorry. The minute I got to use Amelia, I was just like, yeah, I'm going to use her instead of you. Sorry, Ross. You're still cool, though. And now we got Coleman Nimi. Yeah. Yeah, this bit does go on for a little bit. But to be fair, this cast, like, this is actually one of the smaller Fire Emblem casts now that I think about it. At least for playable units. Since I think it's around the same amount that Echoes had, around like 30. Or 30 or less. That's interesting. Yes, that's interesting. Compared to Fire Emblem 7, which has a pretty large cast. And Binding Blade as well. Which, Binding Blade, holy crud, that cast was stinking bloated. Anyway. And now we also have Archer and Lute over here. I wish I used Lute a little bit more, but I got the most out of, like, I used her when I could. Just that, you know, Laura Shell and Natasha kind of took priority over her. Sorry, Lute. Probably next run. Whenever that is. Oh, man. And now we have, well, Erica and her group. Well, we actually did it. Can't believe it's over. Yeah, but hey, at least yeah, and I wasn't useless. Yes, you were actually very competent this run. You're almost as good as Ephraim. What do you mean, almost? Well, I mean, he's still outclassed you in some things. Speaking of the devil, well done, Ephraim. You almost won this war single-handedly. Yeah, nah, I didn't. I had my sister's help. Well, probably not so much in the beginning, though, right? Well, obviously not. Have you seen her base stats? They're horrible. Yeah, they really are. Oh, man. But hey, we still won in the end, and hey, she actually was able to kill the Demon King. Something I wish I could have done. Next time. Anyway. What do you mean next time, Ephraim? I don't know. Probably an alternate universe I did it. Anyway. Alright, everyone. Let's go home, because good lord, this was... Honestly, compared to Three Houses, this game was really short in comparison to that Let's Play. That Let's Play took for stinking ever. Anyway, now we're back at stinking... Rouston, where Laura Shell's being dropped off. Well, Laura Shell and her crew are being dropped off and all that. Well, I'll see you all later. Man, Erica, you had some salt. Like, man, you actually became a really strong unit at the very end. Yes, I did. Why does everyone keep saying that? Well, you did only start off with 4 strength and you ended with like 22. That's fair. Now at Johanna, we're seeing Joshua and everyone off. Well, this was fun, everybody. I've got a lot to do, though. First of all, like rebuilding this stinking castle that got burned down. Gosh dang. And at least I have mercenaries to help me out, too. And now Renee. Alright, everyone. Well, it was nice seeing you all, so I think I'll be going now. Yeah, good luck with the reconstruction, because yikes, y'all got wrecked this war. Yep, just a butthole as usual anyway. And now they're all leaving. Well, that was a day. Oh, well, that was really tough, huh? Well, not really. It was what are you talking about? You know, killing Demon King and everything. You didn't even take a scratch from him. Well, yeah. And you didn't even take a scratch from Leon either. Yeah, I know. But why are you saying it was tough? Because it was tough. You know. Diglin is kind of heavy. Oh my gosh, you're hopeless. Yeah, well, yeah, so are you, Ephraim. Yeah. I somehow did about as much damage as you did. You're slacking. Oh, crud, I guess I am. Dang. But I already capped some of my stats, though. Anyway. All in all, though, man, this is probably one of the Fire Emblem games I've replayed the most. Echoes will always be #1 for how many times I've seen you replayed that game. Like, holy crud, I know that game like the back of my hand. Meanwhile, with this game, I still like it how I learn new things about it the more I play it. It's always nice. And I get to do new, like, other things as well. Yeah! I will! But yeah. All in all, I think I had a lot of fun with redoing this Let's Play. I now feel like I did the game justice. Hopefully I can do the same with my Kingdom Hearts 2 one as well. Or yeah. Because I had a lot of fun replaying this game for y'all. Even though I know I did this like about 4 or so years ago, which makes me feel stinking old just saying that. Holy crud. I had a good time. And yeah, here's the mention of the Fire Emblem, where that stinking, where the stone that sealed him, will seal the Demon King's soul, is now basically just called the Fire Emblem now. But yeah. That's just a fun little name drop there. And you know, we gotta have something related to the title here. Unlike in I don't know. Three Houses technically had something like that, but not really. It's weird. But there we go. Ah, man, what a game. That took a while to go through. Well, yeah, to go through though. And now we're gonna get to see a lot of like little end credits stuff here. Unfortunately, the death of Queen Ishmael, Joshua in the background there. Laura Shell and her crew just sinking, wrecking everything. Yeah. This is definitely one of the Fire Emblem games I played the most. And I know that's probably Valter there, I'm not sure. But yeah. And then we got like the little training camp over here with Seth and his group. Which, good lord, none of them stand a stinking chance against Seth anyway. Maybe one day. And yeah, we have the Freelians together as well. Funny how Tana's the only one there who doesn't have green hair. And now we have the mercenaries together. I always like that image. It's really cool. And I believe this is whenever they found the Sacred Stone in Renee. Oh, that or them putting it back. Oh, yep. And then we have, like, the final bit of sealing away the soul of Fomortis. Gosh, I love the artwork for this stuff. And again, if this game ever was to get remade and everything, gosh, the end cut, like, the ending artworks would look stinking awesome. Man. See the Super Mario Club, and now I feel like, and I'm just like, man, I can't believe it was around for that long. I only found out about that whenever in 2011, whenever I got Mario 3D World, and I found out that was a thing. Not 3D World, sorry. 3D Land. Why do I keep getting those names mixed up? Oh, yeah. This was Fire Emblem Sacred Stones, and good lord, this game... Well, not my favorite Fire Emblem game. It's definitely top 5 for me. We also have one last bit. Whenever they first met Leon. Man. But we're not done yet, because now we're gonna have to take a look at all the turns. Get stinking ready, though. Oh, get ready. Whenever we see chapter 20. Oh, how long did that take? Oh, 31. That's not as bad as I thought. But in the end, 361 turns. And now we're gonna get to the ending roll call. Seth the Silver Knight. Seth then returned to Renee with Ephraim and his fellow knights. His dedicated service made him the most trusted of the new king and queen's guardsmen, as well as the most famous of knights in all of Renee. Nice. And we have Franz the Faithful, who's still not in Heroes yet. He continued to serve Renee with the same devotion that he had during the War of the Stones. His generous nature and easy smile made him a favorite among the people. Very nice. And then we have Silent Gilliam. Man. Gilliam returned to his home of Frelia, where he continued to serve the crown as a faithful knight. His imposing contentness was said to strike fear in the heart of even the most arrogant and brash of Frelia's new recruits. And then we have Mulder, who I barely used. After the War of the Stones, Mulder continued to serve the royal family of Frelia. His wisdom served to guide King Innes, as it had served King Hayden before him. Nice. Then we have Vanessa, a character I wish I was able to use this run, but dang it, her strength stat did not keep up. She remained on active duty as an airborne knight in Frelia's army. Her beauty and determination became the standard to which her fellow knights aspired. Ross, his father's son. He returned to Ide village of his youth, and helped rebuild it after the bandit attack that brought it to ruin. Years later, he set out on his own to perfect his fighting skill and hone both body and spirit. Very nice. And we got Garcia, the warrior reborn. He returned to Ide to help with its reconstruction after the bandit attack. Afterward, he re-enlisted in the army, serving Renee as a troop leader. His strength, valor, and experience inspired many. Awesome. Then we got both Colm and Nimi. The childhood friends became lovers first, then husband and wife. Worried for Nimi's well-being, Colm gave up his adventurous ways. Nimi passed on her grandfather's skill in archery to her own son and daughter. Aww. And we have Arthur, who I think I only used for that one chapter. Archer moved to Renee to help rebuild the shattered country. He worked without rest to ease the pain and grief of those who suffered. But during the war, his self-sacrifice made him into a folk hero among the peasantry. And we got Lute. Prodigy. After the War of the Stones, Lute returned to Renee to continue her arcane studies. She spent far less time locked in her library, preferring now to explore the outside world. She grew into a great and well-traveled sage. Then we have both Joshua the Tempest King and Natasha the Sacred Healer. When Joshua returned to Johanna, he took Natasha as his bride and claimed the throne as its rightful heir. Natasha was the perfect companion, and together they carried the mighty desert nation to great glory. Awesome. And then we have Ford, the Wild Knight. Upon Ford's return to Renee, his secret hobby of painting was discovered. He was commissioned as a court artist. His work grew popular, and his days became so busy that he often regretted his career change. Gosh dang it. And we have Kyle, Ardent Knight. His service to the royal family of Renee continued without change. He became a battalion commander and gained much trust and responsibility for training new recruits. Alrighty. Then we have Tana, the Winged Queen, alright. Tana lived happily in the prosperous post-war Frelia. She flew to Renee often to visit her dear friend Erica. Aww. Then we have Innes, who I used more than I expected. As time went on, he succeeded his father. Innes, King and Strategician. He succeeded his father as King of Frelia. His resourcefulness and tactical prowess helped him build a court of loyal vassals that served to lead the country to greater prosperity. And we have Cyrene. Cyrene continued as commander of Frelia's Pegasus Knights. Her grace and beauty in flight were the subject of many songs and paintings, and her popularity soared. There we go. Then we have Amelia, the Rose of the War. Following the war, she returned to Grado to assist in her country's reconstruction. She surrounded herself with new friends and used the strength she found on the battlefield to live her life in happiness. Aww. And we have Dwessel, Obsidian General. Following the war, Dwessel returned to Grado, where he was instrumental in its rebuilding. He spent his remaining years watching over Grado and sharing his wisdom with other nations as an expert combat instructor. And I think, okay, we got Null next, Watcher of Darkness. Null returned to Grado, where he dedicated himself to rebuilding it and fulfilling Leon's vision. When the country was restored, but to its former glory, he disappeared without a trace, never to be seen again. Then we have Cormag, Aloof Lanceman. Cormag returned to Grado to assist in the reconstruction of his country. Shortly after, he left to wander on his own. When he reappeared, he rejoined the army, not as a knight, but as a common soldier. And we've got good old Lorishel, Queen of Light. She succeeded her uncle as ruler of the Roustan theocracy. Several years after the war ended, she never lost her unique perspective on life. She spent much of her rule visiting the neighboring countries. Aww. Then we got Dazla of the Steady Axe. As Lorishel rose to become queen, he remained by her side, watching Lorishel grow to become the queen she was destined to be. What was Dazla's greatest joy in life. Aww. And we got Renak, the rich merchant. Lorishel summoned Renak back to Roustan, and he was forced to return. He was never able to escape his service to the self-centered princess, who became queen. Admittedly, he didn't try very hard. Then we have Garrick the Desert Tiger. Garrick continued as a mercenary. Over the years, his reputation grew so great that he had more job offers than he could handle. One day, without warning, he left, never to return. And then we have Tethys, beloved dancer. She danced from city to city, and the entire continent became her stage. Her fame grew and grew, and large crowds gathered wherever she performed. Nice. Ewan, enthusiastic student. Ewan continued his studies modeling his life after the teachings of Soleil. Eventually, his education branched off into different paths. His insatiable curiosity led him on a trip to explore the world. Marissa, the Crimson Flash. Marissa became battalion leader for an elite mercenary force. Many men sought to challenge her to a duel, and none of them stood up to her blade. That's about right. Then we got Slay, the Well of Wisdom. Slay returned to Sayer Palin, where he remained a faithful servant of the Nunakit. His days were not spent in isolation, though. Many of the friends he met during the War of the Stones, came to visit his village. Nice. Then we get Myr, the Great Dragon. After bidding her farewells to Ephraim, she returned to Darkling Woods. She lived a long and full life, served by the people of Sayer Palin, and comforted by the memories of her dear friends. Ephraim, Restoration King. Busy days awaited him upon his return to Renee. He oversaw the rebuilding not only of his own country, but also of the entire continent of Magvel. His work was difficult, but his success made him a legend. Erica, Restoration Queen. Erica returned to Renee and began the reconstruction efforts with her brother Ephraim. Seeing peace return to the lives of her people filled her with happiness. Her smile became a symbol of her people's joy. And there we go, everyone. Thank you all so much for watching this Let's Play, guys. It was really, really nice to play this game again for y'all. And yeah, thank you all so much for watching. And I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your day, guys. Bye!